Y'all can have that trash too. Where's Tokyo Tony?
Mm, in DC. Having the time of her life.
I
A
will
ball.
cut your motherfucking throat and your motherfucking sleep.
She said she beat up China's ex-boyfriend.
She said she beat him up.
He sued China for beating him up in his sleep.
Rob? Where's
No.
Rob? Have you seen that going around? Like, where is Rob? Is Rob okay?
Yes, he just doesn't want to be one of them.
I need to see Rob.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Where you see him at?
Lucky's.
Is that a strip club? Is that a booty club?
It's the market.
What?
No.
Is he okay?
He just doesn't want to be
Is
a
he on
weirdo.
Ozempic?
I don't know.
You know, he always struggle with weight loss.
It's not our business. Who cares?
No, I'm just saying. Was he skinny? Was he?
He was average. He was average size.
I hope
Average
Rob
height.
is okay.
I think he's doing amazing.
You think so?
Yeah, he's just not like a media person. He doesn't want to be for.
But like at all. Can we do Post on the Moves? Can we do our intro?
Mm-hmm. Posted on the Moon Studios presents Can You Hear Me Now?
What's up, congregation? It's your favorite auntie, DJ Auntie Mimi, and I'm the biggest shit talker. And we are back. Oh shit, who are you?
Prince Ali.
Oh, sorry. Hey, and we are back with a brand new Can You Hear Me Now? The podcast. How you feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah, you look amazing. I don't know why this shirt this shirt smells like this. I swear, it's brand new. But somebody was at the Fashion Nova factory walking around with it on and working
They
with
returned
it on.
it. Have you ever tried to return clothes?
After wearing it?
Just period to Fashion Nova.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say no. I tried. I started the process because I ordered some jeans and I underestimated my size, so I ordered them too small. And I actually did like the return label and everything. And I don't know. To me, it's just too much work. I just ended up giving them away to my cousin and just reordering the same jeans.
You know how many times I've done that? Like, it would be an embarrassing amount of times that I would have to explain.
That you just don't return clothes?
That it's, well, sometimes. And see, I tried with Fashion Nova one time. And it was like, what? Like, it showed delivered, but it never. Apparently, it was never really delivered.
Oh, that would really happen to you? Or you just told him?
Yes, that really
I told him
happened
that.
to me.
I told him that one time.
But who?
Like,
Who did you tell?
A couple years ago. I sent
Who did
the
you
email.
tell?
Like, oh, I'm missing my stuff. But I really did get it. I think I was like strapped for
No,
cash or
I
something.
got it. It was a return. So it was like, oh, give it out here. Take your ugly shit back. This isn't whatever.
Which is what it isn't what was pictured.
It just was stupid. Clown clothes.
Throwaway clothes, like you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did it before.
Ill-fitting.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No. I
did it before, but I actually lied. Like, I really just needed some money. Do you need some money? And I did, and they sent me a gift card.
I would have it was like I was fine with. Was cool. Like, that was my expectation.
And I just felt like the energy, even over email, was like, "Bitch, don't let it happen again. This is your last. This is your first and only time.
Give me my little $28 in credit and." I'll buy something else.
They said you got it because y'all been pulling this shit since 2017.
I sent you. Yeah, I got it. I sent you your ugly shit back. Some of that shit looks like clown clothes. No, for men.
A lot of it,
right,
looks like cartoonish. Looks like Safari will wear it.
What is this?
It looks like he will wear it. Yeah. Like, what's his name? What a sucker. It looks like
Michael Blackson.
Yeah.
What you call him?
Mother sucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I meant though.
Yeah.
Did you watch that balloon challenge with that buff guy? with the ring
The Turtle Man?
and the no, not him. Like it's a newer episode.
With who?
And he's like super buff, and he was like, "Do you want to go on? Have you ever been on a private jet?" And the girl was
He's short.
like, "No." He was kind of tall. His jeans was tight as fuck. He had on Louis Vuitton sneakers with Louis Vuitton patches on his jeans, and his
He
beard
was
was
African.
was Beijinged in, spray painted in. And he had a 4-finger ring on. He had 38 chains, and
38.
it was just a huh. You say he was gay?
38? No.
Oh.
38.
And he asked the young lady, like, "You ever been on a private jet?" And she was like, "No." He was like, "Do you want to?" She said,
And he started going off on her?
"No." No, nobody went off on him. It was just like a prime example of like lame niggas with money
Yeah.
and just doing too
Louis Vuitton
much.
patches on your. It was his back
Louis
pocket, you said?
Vuitton never made that.
You said it was on his back pockets.
Like on his pockets. It
The
doesn't
back ones?
have pockets. The crazy thing is, so that y'all, that's the episode of The
The
Office.
Office. He had that suit. He had that suit.
The lady suit
Yes.
doesn't have pockets. But isn't that crazy that men's pants don't have pockets now?
What pants?
Like men's pants now, like y'all pants.
What pants?
Y'all sweatpants don't be having pockets, and I think that's so strange.
Sweatpants
And I just
never really
I
had.
just refer to
The Nike sweatpants just so happen to have that one back pocket. Like sweatpants don't be having back pockets. They do have pockets though. Definitely have regular pockets, side
but back
pockets.
pockets.
Like back pocket, that one side or back pocket that everybody's used to, that most guys are used to, is a Nike thing. That's not a every sweatpants thing.
It's a pro club thing too.
Maybe, but it's not like a every like you've owned pairs of sweatpants and
I
worn them
think that is
multiple
so.
times. That have
Maybe it's the flare, and I know it's on trend, but maybe it's the flare with the no back pockets. Maybe it looks too feminine to me. Like the stacked, and like the stacked is okay. I think the flare does it for me, and the
I
no
think it
back
depends on
pocket.
how it's worn.
I think it's all sassy.
If they're worn kind of not baggy, not saggy, but baggy, you know,
Sassy.
no, like oversized rather than tight,
Undersized.
undersized. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think then it's like, okay, I think it's when
I
they
think the
fit.
flares do it. I'm so glad my husband not into that. Like I can't take you serious. You got on flare pants.
I kind of don't mind a flare.
I mind, cause my pants can be flared, but we both can be flared out. Just out here flopping around.
Your Old Navy flare.
Old Navy Jordache flare.
Remember Old Navy performance fleece? It was a huge thing.
In all the colors.
I had to have at least two every Christmas. Every
All the
Christmas, I had to
colors.
have at least two. Like whatever else, give me
Mm,
two.
I don't think I got that.
Orange and blue, yellow and red.
You wore them till the wheels fell off.
Yeah, like I got all my. Did I tell you this before? I got all like when I was in middle school. We did like a Secret Santa thing between my friends, and I got them like Old Navy was hot at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so I
I
got them
still love Old Navy.
for kids.
Like
It's
the flip
still
flop sale.
it's
Remember the
just
dollar flip flops?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
But
wouldn't dare.
I got like gifts for like my friends, like whatever kind of Secret Santa little thing we did, and it was like a scarf and like some gloves, but it was
Mm-hmm.
like the fleece, like you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget my grandmother put them in the washing machine, so
And
it
it
looked like
shrank,
not even shrank. It just looked like
shriveled.
not even shriveled. Like it was
It
still
looked worn.
yeah, just like what is this? Like
Oh.
it didn't look like oh you gave me a fresh pair of yellow gloves. It looks like you know the little cotton balls that
No.
the little balls that get on.
Oh, on your like socks and stuff,
Yeah.
and in between your thighs on your sweats.
Yeah.
Hmm. Temperature check. So we're feeling amazing.
Hmm.
Why? What's new?
Nothing. Just our outlook, right?
Nothing. Yes. You can say that again.
That again.
I was feeling like, okay, so y'all know, y'all will listen to me go on and on about becoming a mom and blah, 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 and rediscovering myself. But I really felt like not on, in the process of me rediscovering myself, I was really like struggling with, I guess for lack of better terms, like identity, like really trying to figure out who the fuck am I and am I who I was before, and I don't want to be too much, like really just like dimming myself down and like not being living my truth, not truth, but just being me
The
out
new you.
loud like I
Do
was.
you feel guilty being a different version of yourself than what you've known yourself and you know everybody else knows you to be?
I did. I'm undoing all of that. Like I'm in the process of undoing all of that shit
What
because
feels
like
bad about that?
I feel like in this life that I live, like I feel like
Out here in
I'm
these streets?
out here in these streets. I feel like I'm a super, and I don't want to say like I'm a super like turned personality. Like I guess like out when I'm outward, like I'm outward, and I feel like I've come so far like mentally and personality development.
Yeah, you're a new you, but what feels bad about being a new you?
I just felt like how can I be the new
You're not
me
even a new you. You're a
and
current you.
and be like this great mom, like struggling with the balance? Like how do you become both, and like how do you be both? Like you can't be both. Like really just in my head, like you can't be both. Like you either be a good ass mother and wife and shut the fuck up, or you're gonna be this big shit talker on the Can You Hear Me Now podcast and be who the fuck you are slash bad bitch. But it's like I encompass all of that, and I was trying to make other people feel comfortable, like her. I'm a wonderful mom. Like here's my baby, and I'm buttoned up, and I'm quiet, and the only thing I have to say is about my baby. And it's like, no, that's not you. Yes, you're that, but you're also all of this that you were before. And stop trying to make other people feel comfortable for whatever reason that I just made up in my head to make other people feel comfortable, trying to dim myself down. So I'm getting the fuck out of that because what the fuck was that anyway?
No, see, I didn't hear that part. I get it. But
Like
who
what
do you
was
feel
that?
guilty? Guilty to? You feel guilty
Just
to yourself? Like,
just to myself, to just
I
not
get
even
it.
guilty, like just feeling like, well,
But
if
who do you
I
feel like is watching? That I guess is what I'm asking.
everybody,
But who really is watching?
everyone.
But who really? Okay, that's who it feels like. But when you do like really process it, like a realistic adult, who's really watching?
Everyone.
Okay. Well,
You
listen.
don't feel like that?
I used to. I told you I have a new outlook on life.
Okay, so what's your outlook? I'm
Nobody's
let
looking. Nobody cares.
everybody cares. Not that I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck no more. But everybody cares. But that's how I feel. I feel like people are watching me like, okay, what she gonna do now? What she gonna say now? What dumb shit she like?
Yeah,
And it's okay.
I've lived with the same feeling, but now after having lived with that feeling, now I really understand that the people that I'm probably thinking that about, his rent is due, her kids got taken away. Like who really cares? Like, do any of these people really have time to really stew on what I am or am doing? Am or
Yeah,
am
but I don't care. I don't care what they stew on. That's where I'm at.
good.
And if if you are stewing, if you do give a fuck, I don't care if you give a fuck. Sit back and watch the show. Get your popcorn, because listen, I've been dim long enough. Okay,
Yeah,
about to let my light shine.
her.
Yeah.
Yes, chef.
What?
You watch the bear?
What is that?
Oh, no, oh,
Is it
nothing.
a cartoon?
No, Because it's called The Bear.
And broke the mic.
I know. No, it's a show. It's a real show about. It's a good show. Like it won like awards.
It's called The Bear.
The Bear. It's on
Like the
Hulu.
bear or bad news. Or
Mm,
like the bear like roar.
Raw.
It's a bear like in the woods, in the forest.
There is no bear. There's somebody who's called the bear, who's referred to as the bear.
What channel does this come on?
Hulu.
PBS?
Hulu.
Oh.
PBS. Where did that come from? No, it comes on Hulu.
Is
He's
it
a
new?
chef. It's semi new. It's on like it has like two, maybe three seasons. I can't remember right this second.
It's a
But
comedy? A mystery?
no,
Sci-fi?
no.
Okay.
It's like a drama. A guy inherits a restaurant. He's a chef, and he inherits like a family restaurant.
Mm.
So you know, all that excitement ensues.
Hmm. Sounds like a good good watch. Did you watch Shine's documentary on
Not yet, no.
that was on Hulu?
Oh, so you do have Hulu?
I don't. I have I have bootleg cable. I'm just kidding. Okay, so
How did they do bootleg cable?
I don't know, I don't have it. That was a joke. Do they still do that? Remember back in the day we used to go get a hot box? Hmm. Out the trunk.
Yeah, is that what they did?
I think it was a box.
I don't think
Like
there
an
was a
illegal box. No?
I just remember. I remember like a lot of cables, a lot of cords,
Mm.
wires,
So
whatever
you
they
had
are,
it.
the white ones.
Mm.
No, every time I went to your house, I just saw.
I saw the cords. Well, it outlines Shine's, my bad, journey with Bad Boy and being sentenced to 10 years for the shooting at Club New York back in 1999, I want to say. Can you believe Shine was only 19 years old when that shit happened?
Yeah,
And he had just
like I remember it
signed
being
Bad
like I
Boy.
remember that being the thing. Like, well, a thing, not to say the thing, but I remember that being a thing. Like he's young, like because all of them at the time, all of them were still young. Like they just seemed so much older because they had been like
In the
by then a
industry.
couple years. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they blew up so fast, but they were all kind of young.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I believe it.
It just made me really, I mean, I know we all know the story, but to know, like, damn, he was really 19 years old facing that type of time. And then
And he's not even a citizen.
you're not a citizen of the United States. And the level of betrayal, like to be out, okay, to be out in the public limelight with this person and y'all appear like y'all thick as thieves, y'all taking pictures, y'all in the club, y'all flicking it up, he is co-signing you, Diddy's co-signing Shine, and then when everything happened, it's like, I'm not taking the nigga calls, we're not, I hate, like the bodyguard said that Diddy said, I hate that nigga, like after everything happened, and like just completely distancing
Because
yourself.
Shine was trying to speak up for herself.
Shine was trying to tell the truth, but he wasn't trying to snitch. And that's why he got the time that he got, because he did not snitch on Diddy. Even though the young lady at the time, she was shot in the face. So apparently she had to see who shot her, right? If you get shot in the face and the nose. And she said that it was Diddy from the beginning, but nobody else said that it was Diddy. And Shine said, I shot my gun, but I didn't shoot her. I was defending myself. But he stood 10 toes and he never snitched on Diddy. And to let that man take that rap and go down for 8.5 years, sentenced to 10 years. And it was Diddy, his bodyguard Wolf, and Shine who were facing charges. Wolf apparently was like on his third strike. So he was going to get 25 to life. Of course, Diddy is Diddy. Diddy can't take the rap because Bad Boy would crumble at that point, So for this young man to take the rap, and to feel like you got nobody. Like, they didn't even bail him out of jail. Like, Manny, which was Keisha Cole's former manager, bailed him out of jail. Like, to feel like the whole world is against you, and to do that type of take that type of time, like, and the people that you knew that was like that you felt had your back betray you, like, is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, the whole thing.
Have you ever been betrayed?
Oh yeah. I know the betrayal well.
Like, was it deep betrayal or like, huh?
At the time it felt
You
deep.
stole
It
my
always feels
Snickers
deep.
or something.
It always feels deep in the moment.
Mm,
It's like work now.
mm,
Probably stuff I wouldn't care about an eyelash at.
no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But in the moment it's principalities. You know?
Mm,
Have you?
I have. I feel like I've been betrayed so many
By who, Mister?
times. No, no. I feel like I'm.
What characteristic do you currently carry because of the fact that you've been betrayed however many times?
Mm,
Good, bad, or indifferent? What's a characteristic that it's created?
it's created this person who no tolerance. Like any sign of like weird shit, like weird behavior, or you make me feel funny or weird, or like you being cute, piece
Peace
the
to
fuck
news.
out. Like I can't because I feel like when I was betrayed, like I try to rationalize people's behavior. I'm like, oh, they didn't mean that. Oh, that's okay. She's just being catty. She's just being a woman. And then boom, the grand fucking finale is like, but the signs was there. She showed you exactly who the fuck she was.
Yeah.
And you still decided to be a friend and ignore her. Now look at you.
Ha ha. Hoo, hoo.
Heartbroken. Because betrayal breaks your heart, right? Like nobody, we don't talk about that enough. Like the betrayal, like a friend's breaking your heart.
I,
Do you feel like women? Do you feel like women like forgive these niggas, but like just be like when females wrong them, like, but bitch, I'm done with you.
no,
But like I'm gonna forgive
I
my nigga
don't.
20 times.
I don't. I feel like it's 50-50.
Mm.
Because how many times you hear about girls falling out? I feel like females make friends a lot easier than males do. So that to
I
go
beg
along
to
with the
differ.
what you think so?
I definitely
Really?
like real like friends or like just
Like friends,
surface.
like people to hang out, meet up with for any reason.
Mm. Like my interpretation of friendship is a little different.
Right. So I'm saying somebody like whatever you guys, whatever that falls in between, but it's somebody that you like. Yeah, we'll meet up with them.
See, maybe I'm too deep. Like
Do you know how
maybe
much it takes for me to meet up with somebody?
yeah.
Do you know how much it takes for me to meet up with somebody? So if it's to the point where it's like, yes, I've accepted the meetup invite,
mm,
then it's like, yeah,
you're my friend.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think I'm too deep because I don't just be meeting up with people. Like I really gotta rock with you. Like I really gotta fuck with you in order for me to be like, yeah, we gon' tomorrow. We
Hmm.
mean that. We putting some clothes on. We outside. Like that take a lot. So I just don't be mixing in the I'm not a mixie, like mixing in the mingling and be like, okay,
I think
you wear
betrayal
wig, I wear wig
created
too. Like we friends.
wear a wig. I wear a wig too.
Yeah,
I think
like,
betrayal
find anything
created
to be
a uh like a turn off switch within me.
say that again.
Like I think being betrayed created like a turn off switch within me.
Mm-hmm. Elaborate on that.
Like I think it created something within me that knows how to just like keep it very surface level, if at all. If at all. Like I know how to shut down. Like go
Or
radio.
shut it off.
Yeah, I know how to go radio silent on people
Mm-hmm.
really good. And even when I'm dealing with people, I know I've kind of maneuvered and learned how to not tell too much of my business.
Out of the fear or
Just out of the fact, like, nobody will ever get to throw my business back in my face again. Like,
mm,
the betrayal created that. Like,
mm-hmm. Because that was the betrayal.
I mean, not to say that was it, but that always kind of goes with it. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
can't let I let you too close, too
Mm-hmm.
much, too soon, too
Mm-hmm.
fast, too big, too wide.
But that also makes me a little bit, when I sit and think about it, like I get kind of sad. Like, damn, will I ever have like this deep connection with a girlfriend, like a woman, because of my past? Because I don't know how to let my guard down because of what I've been through. But when I see like women who are, and we never know like the story behind it, all we see is the surface level or what they show us. But when you see people who appear to be like real solid friendships and sisterhoods, like, oh, that's really beautiful. Like I'll probably never have that.
What do you accredit that to specifically?
Credit what to?
Like, not having those sisters, because here's the thing, like, people don't most people our age have honed in on those friendships since,
Mm-hmm.
like, kids basically.
Mm-hmm.
But you're more so talking about like friends that are kind of fly by night. So what do you accredit, like, not just having that solid? Most people that kind of feel like and go through what you're describing, I feel like they go through that because they have either a, like, I got sisters or I got cousins that, I don't need y'all. I got friends and my cousins and my sisters. Or
Mm-hmm.
B, like,
Fuck these bitches.
they just don't have, like, it's just fly by night friends, like friends that you make at work and then, okay, I don't work there no more, so we're not friends. Or friends that I met through another friend that I don't really talk to no more. So, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I feel that's what I mean when I say, like, I feel like females make friends easier. Like, I feel like you would pick a friend up, like, set up a some kind of date at the grocery store.
No, not me.
Like, if you met the right person and she gave you the right kind of conversation, not like a date, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, girl,
Um.
yeah, I get my nails done over at such and such. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tuesday, so I'm gonna call you on Monday night, so you can come when I go.
I don't know.
That's not something you would say or do.
No, I have so much anxiety surrounding like meeting new people and like setting like, look how I am when you come over. Like I'm a nervous fucking wreck. Like I drop shit. Like I don't know. I'm
What?
still learning how to be around people. Like for real. Like in my
Are you really
space.
serious? I feel like
Yeah,
the nervous wreck.
I'm a nervous fucking wreck. And like you've been my friend for I don't know how many years. So for me to just meet somebody in like the grocery store and set up a nail date
But
or
I feel like that would be
Starbucks.
simple if I had that as an option or that as a. I feel like I would be able to make more friends if that was like a thing for me. Like, yeah, like, oh, I usually go every other Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Yeah, just come meet
I
me
would be
there.
a nerve.
Easy.
I probably
You
won't
can,
show up to get my nails
because
done.
that's easy as opposed to like, let's hang out somewhere. No, you're just gonna sit next to me at the nail shop. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I don't. That's not a thing for me. But I'm not
Like,
normal.
what do I ask somebody? Like, if I'm trying to be friends with a person, like, say there's a person.
Hmm. What do guys say? Like, hey, you're going to the gym
I was just gonna
Thursday
say,
at three
like,
o'clock. Meet me there by the
that's kind of like
barbells.
that's kind of one of my things for like my friends is like the gym. But I'm not like a gym head. I'm not like a gym rat. Like, I'm very unprofessional in the gym. It's just the fact that I'm going and I'm moving. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to invite you. I'm not like, if I invite you to the gym, it's cuz like I know you're kind of sloppy like I am. Like,
Is that why you invited me to the gym?
I don't have you for super like health nut. Like,
I would be
super
sloppy in the
formation.
gym. You think I'm sloppy in the gym?
I didn't say you don't work out. I'm not saying
Have you
like
seen
I don't have
me?
you for super like perfect form in the gym. I don't know. I don't have you for that. I don't have you for hitting perfect stance for every single pose. I don't. I think
Not
you'll be
sloppy
figuring. Yeah,
though.
like we'll figure it out. Like
We're both in there like looking goofy.
what feels like something. Does that feel like it's working? Okay, we figured it. We got it. Like you're not Jack LaLanne,
Sloppy is crazy.
Richard Simmons, Jack
Like
LaLanne.
we're both sloppy in the gym.
I well listen, whatever you want to call it. I know I'm very sloppy in the gym. There's no poise
What's
about
your
me.
go-to? Like when you walk in the gym, like what do you do first? Like go to the bathroom
The bathroom.
and like look in the mirror.
No, I go to the locker room, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually take off my clothes because I have my shorts and stuff on under like a pair of sweats or something. Or
Mm-hmm.
something I can, strip down easily. Then I'll get on the treadmill. And then I'll do the stair climber.
Oh, I love the stair climber. It's like a love hate.
It's really, and depending on the day, I'll do a bike
Mm-hmm.
tour. You
Mm-hmm.
know, very low impact, very uncle.
I could just see
Very he
you like
goes. Very he goes.
watching your
Now I go
Apple
to the weight
Watch.
sometimes, but
Like,
that's like definitely like let me look over my shoulder and make sure nobody's looking.
so you're in the gym for all of
No, I'm there for a minute.
an hour.
Like I make sure the muscles work. Yeah, I do other stuff. Like I'm giving you like my immediate go tos, and then
Yeah,
after that I kind of figure it out. What do you do?
like a pony. Um, I strut my stuff. And then I head over to the elliptical. I get my blood flowing really nicely,
Yeah.
heart rate up.
You know why I don't like the elliptical?
I heard it's like pointless.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
anything. When does it start feeling like
But I
something?
put resistance
But I guess
on.
because it's more of an endurance thing.
Mm.
But at no point are you. Do you ever feel like you're really pushing that
Yeah, because
thing?
I put resistance.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything I do is like resistance because I'm not here to,
Like I have
I'm here
really
to get
strong hind
strong.
legs. My hind legs are really
You
strong.
think?
I know. So
Yeah.
like it takes a lot of resistance. Like especially on that's why I'm like on the elliptical. I never feel
Yeah. I mean,
crank that baby all the way up.
yeah. And then I'll probably go on to the Stairmaster for good 10 minutes
What's your how many floors?
at the top. Okay, on the floors. Do you look at that? Look at that. I don't look at how many floors I've climbed. I'm about to pass the fuck out by the time I'm getting off. Fuck this machine.
So what are you measuring? What you just did? How are
I
you
do
measuring
10
what you?
minutes. 10 solid. Like, I'm about to die and try not to fall. Get off here. What the fuck? How many floors? Shit. I'm dizzy and shit. Like, what is going on? I've never looked at that. Never.
Because how do you do? What's like the math?
10
10 minutes, but going how
minutes.
fast? On what level?
However fast I can go without blacking the fuck out.
Give me an example. Show me.
I'm not gonna,
A live example of how
I'm not
fast the
gonna show you how I
Stairmaster
am
is
on the
going for 10 minutes.
stairmaster.
10 minutes.
10 minutes is a lot.
Yeah, show me how fast for 10 minutes.
I'm going pretty fucking fast. Like,
Fine, I believe
how
you.
many floors do you do?
It depends. Usually at least 100.
Oh my god. The fuck? I'm gonna look at that next time because I swear to God, I've never looked at that. What?
I don't understand. What are you like? What is your
You
like? I'm not
listen.
saying you don't have something to be proud of, but what is it? What specifically are you proud of? Just 10
The
minutes?
10 minutes.
Like you could have took 3 steps within 10 minutes.
I'm not
within 10
taking
minutes.
3 steps. I'm definitely putting my back into it.
Show me. How
I
fast.
can't.
Lift your legs and show me. How fast is it?
Shut up. Huh. Anywho,
What's your go-to?
I just told you. And then I do a little bit of back and I do some abs.
What's your back? The 5 pound?
Good little 15, maybe 10 reps.
Yeah.
And then this one, you got to work on that back fat. We don't want to be big backs our whole life.
Let me do it down here.
And then,
That's where you.
oh,
get
that
this.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That helps with the
In
waist.
gym. Just work. Yeah.
Like rowing the boat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes.
Mm.
That one's a tricky little trickster.
Is it?
Yeah. You just you know what the trick is for like all of it, the gym period. You have to know how to like zone out.
Yeah.
You have to be able to actually like tell yourself and do it, like zone out and go into a zone where it's like you're not paying attention, you're not counting anything. Like
I think that's working out, period.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
every piece of it, like you have to be able to zone out to where I'm not counting anything. I'm not counting seconds. I'm not counting dots. I'm not counting
I'm
songs.
here
I'm
to
not
get it
counting.
done.
Yeah, like I'm just going through the motions of doing it.
What really helped me in the gym is reading or listening to an audiobook. Like music is cool, but listening to a book that's interesting, like that really helped me get to the gym.
Same. Same. We're a good series.
Or a podcast.
Yeah, good podcast. If I can find a good concert, I'll do that. Because it's something to like pay attention to, especially if it's one I haven't seen, Yeah.
Nice. So have you heard about Ari and Tucson's falling out over the 20K?
Yeah, so did she give him the 20K or not?
I don't think she gave it to him.
She wrote the check, but the check she didn't clear it because
I didn't watch. Do you watch The Impact?
No.
I didn't watch the show, but I just saw like clips of.
I'm gonna do that, by the way.
Yeah, of like I tried to watch. Honestly, I tried to watch the episode where they had the falling out and they was like having the back and forth. I honestly, no shade against the show. Like I couldn't get into like the dialogue. Like it's kind of slow. Like maybe I'm just used to like antics and like popping in on one scene and like doing a confessional and like it was just too
used to baddies.
Yeah, or something. Like it was just too slow motion for me. So I actually turned it off. But they ended up falling out, I guess, over Ari writing Tucson a check for 20K for a down payment on the car, I believe. She surprised him for his birthday, but somehow he never got the funds.
She wrote it to
the dealership.
Yeah. And the dealers, and they said that he was trying to put it in the CPN.
Oh.
And so the bank declined it. And she can't, like, that was it. Like, oh, well, I tried.
But he wants the 20K cash, so he can do what he wants to do. Like, it's
but
just...
reality is she probably wants to be able to buy you. she wants to be able to do it in one way or another. I don't know what, but like by the book to a certain degree to say like
It was a tax write off.
yeah, or
Mm.
it she wants to be able to call it something so she can write it off in a specific way. Which is
Mm.
not I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying like
That makes sense. I also heard.
yeah, like I'm not just giving you $20,000. Like you needed a car, you needed you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't. Allegedly, he is like. So it's like this whole thing going around the internet, like Tucson's drastic weight drop. So
Is that
allegedly,
Ozempic?
they're saying that he's on like the white powder,
Uh,
and so that's why she won't give him
the
the
cash.
cash because he's like crashing out.
And that's why he's doing all that.
That's why he's doing
Because do
all
you
the
know how
extras.
embarrassed I would be? I'm not going on and announcing to the world like A that you were supposed to give me some money, period.
Mm.
A and B like
It's your money still.
I'm not going on and crying, not to say crying, but like making a deal out of it that you decided not to give it to me because I'm gonna be
Mm.
more like I'm just
Mm-hmm.
not doing all that. What in the world?
Mm. Does it
What in the
sound like
world?
druggy behavior to you? Like if you had to put a finger on it?
Um,
Or just like some internet shit, like some clout shit?
it sounds like it could be all the above, honestly.
Yeah.
Just a thing.
Yeah.
Some people do. Like at first, I was just thinking like, oh, he probably has some different plans for that money. Like, you know, he
Mm-hmm.
using a CPN. He trying to get over like, because what reason?
I don't even know what a CPN is. I mean, I've heard of it, but like, look, it when somebody try to explain this to me, like, it don't make no sense. So, like, no, thank you.
It's basically like a social security number, but for not to say a fake one, but
Like,
like
is it illegal?
it's not illegal to have one, no, but you're not supposed to use it in certain ways.
So you can get a car with it.
That I'm not sure.
Okay, and I'm just
I feel
asking.
like that was one of the things. Like, no, you're not supposed to do that.
I know you can't buy a house with it. I know that for sure. But I'm asking because this girl, matter of fact, the girl who did my never mind. So this girl was saying that like somebody that she knew like offered like, oh girl, you need a new car? Like I do CPNs, like I just need $1,000 and I could throw these trade lines on it. Da, da, da. But she was like the girl like be hopping in and out of cars. So like, are you burnt like? When you, I would
Yeah,
think you get a CPN and you keep it good, or you just burn them out and like you just keep getting another car.
like all my cousins are my older cousins, so I watched so many. Just like back in the '90s, like the old school, putting a car in somebody's name and somebody credit, and then they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you still
Oh,
somebody like
mm,
identity theft, basically.
uh,
Like my cousins and went to jail for that kind of stuff. Like I
mm.
do, you know, I would not play. I'm not going up to them people's.
I'm not doing nothing in person.
You want me to submit an official
First off,
document?
with my
No.
name
And my
on it.
ID attached? You took
Yeah,
my ID up
no,
front? No.
no, hell no, jail immediately. And I'm scary, like so. I'm already gonna be shaking and shit when I'm handing it to you. I'm gonna be
You
sweating.
used to have a little shaky group of friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
They yeah, they did a couple things with the rush cards, like the baby fat cards.
That was the hustle back in what the early 2000s, like oh
Yeah.
05, oh 06, oh 07.
Oh 07, yeah. Oh 08. I thought I was going to jail just being in the vicinity.
That was before Chase Tap In.
Yeah, all of that. It was like some real like old school like I can't believe people fell for this type shit. Like, what? You got yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy time. But I personally never did it. But I was around some people that was doing some things and
Really had a cracking.
they really was doing it. Like they really was making like
They were getting
20K a
cars.
day.
I was gonna say they was getting cars.
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know. I don't think you were telling me this. I think somebody else that I knew that like knew them in common as well was telling me how one of the people I don't know what to call them.
Trans.
No, not that, but just
Oh,
like the head. Like I don't know. Was she?
the main
Yeah.
person who was on it.
But like I guess she went to go try and buy a car. Were you telling me this story or was somebody
I don't
else?
know. I wasn't there when you tried to buy a
She
car.
tried to go. She was going. They said she was going around lot to lot trying to buy a car
What? Did
because
she
she
have
had to.
cash?
Yeah, and
Mm.
they wouldn't. And she ended up like running off on them because they like start asking questions
She couldn't finance a car, or she
like you
couldn't
have to
buy.
have like check stubs to finance a car. And like if you buy a car, like over a certain amount is reported, so it's gonna look like
Yeah,
what in the world?
like you got over 10,000 cash. So she ran
Uh,
off with the car.
no, 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 just like have to run out the place because they start asking too many questions. Like
Like actually ran.
physically run, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
No, that wasn't me. I wasn't there. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't there when that happened. Yeah, but yeah, that was a time. A time, shit. I was along for the ride. Free meals on wheels. No, man.
We were
Um,
teenagers at the time, right?
yeah, I was a child. A child. Didn't know what was going on. Yeah, so yeah. Ari was on live saying, like, I wouldn't go to Tucson's funeral.
Like, why do people fall? I would. Well, I guess not to say why because I don't feel out with friends like that, but I just feel like why it's like that. Why it can't just be like, or maybe it is like that. Go ahead. She wouldn't go to his funeral. Like, geez,
I mean, she was
Louise.
saying, I mean, everybody processes hurt differently, right? So her opinion of it, or her perspective of her experience of it, was that, we could fall out, we could go back and forth, but when you run to the internet, that
Yeah, I
changes
get that.
things. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was saying that she's fallen out with plenty of people or have had disagreements, and it's just that it's not on the
That's
internet.
because gay boys just always have to be loud and wrong. Just period.
Just extra.
Yeah. Why?
Are you extra?
Yep.
Are you? I don't. I think you try not to be extra,
I do my
but
best.
everything you do is just in a good
Extra.
way. It's just extra, and there's
What?
nothing wrong with it.
What?
But yeah, if you process hurt differently. Like, I've fallen out with people. I mean, I don't. I've fallen out with people that I just, if I see you on the street, I'm just not gonna say nothing. But
Not even
I
boo.
fall, not even boo.
Boo.
And I've fallen out with motherfuckers where if you was on fire, I wouldn't spit on you.
Pooey.
So, it's levels to the hurt. You know what I'm saying? So we can't judge that, because that was her friend, apparently.
I haven't felt that kind of like I wouldn't put spit on you to put you out if you're on fire. Like
No,
I don't know
no.
that I've ever felt like really honestly felt that towards anybody.
Yeah, no, I mean, figure it out. How to get out of the fire.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, do something.
Well,
Mm, betrayal. Goes back to that, right? The levels of
bamboozlement,
betrayal. You know.
double crossing.
Mm.
Nah.
I think that the hurt part about it for me is, and I'm sure I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again, is being a friend to somebody who's an op to you. Like,
But see, that's where I get sensitive because I feel like it takes a lot for me to feel like you're a op, and you have to really move like a op, not just disagreeing with me. Not like that's like the whole Sukihana thing. Like I wouldn't, not to say I wouldn't have been upset, annoyed, irritated with what's her name, Sapphire,
mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't have. I would have been over that the next day. Like we'd have been talking about that the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna be the end of like, oh, you're done. Like
The way the conversation went between those girls was that Suki felt like I'm first of all, I'm here because you wanted to be here. and they didn't want to take you without me. And the way I interpret Sukiyana, like, yeah, she's a caricature on the internet, but
She made
that
complete sense. Her response and reasoning made complete sense to me. I'm still listening, but she
mm,
made complete sense to me.
but I feel like that's what, when I say I was a friend to you, was an op to me. It's like I show up for you every time you need a friend, and then the moment I need you to be a friend, because I'm not a needy friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but don't turn the smallest thing that I can't or even won't do or don't turn that into like, okay, but you know if your house was on fire, I'd be over there. Like, don't you get what I'm
But maybe
saying?
that wasn't
Like,
small to you. Like, somebody
I
standing
get
up for
it, I
you
get
is
it.
not a
No, I
small
get
thing.
it. Like
Yeah.
things weigh in different to different people, but I'm
Mm.
saying like if I'm like I said, not to say I wouldn't have been annoyed or irritated or even going off on her like the way she was, like going off on Sapphire the way Suki was, like yeah, but the next day we'd have been like, okay, now what? Like we'd have been whatever. We'd have had our little best friend words and kept moving.
Do you think that's okay?
That wouldn't have been
So
enough for me
you
to feel
saying,
like you don't have my back.
but do you think that's because of part of what you said earlier? Like, you keep it kind of surface level. Like, I ain't gonna really, like, things that you do really don't affect
No,
me like
no, no,
that,
no,
because I
no.
don't
I think
really.
it's because of the way I process things. Because
Okay.
the thing is, it ain't like she got up there like I didn't, or she didn't even get up there defensive in any kind of way. Honestly, she didn't come back as Suki defensive. She explained herself, but she didn't come back defensive. Like, well, you did it. Like
Mm.
people can do. You know what I'm saying? So that to say like, sorry, that to say like, I think she, I
You think Suki overreacted, like, with
I don't want to
Sapphire?
say she over or underreacted so much as like it wasn't worth all that. I guess yeah, she overreacted,
Mm.
but I do understand the principle. I understand what she was saying. I understand, like I'm here for you. Like I get it, but at the same time, it ain't like she just sat there and watched you get beat up. Like that would have been a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? You was really just going back and forth with the girls. Like you didn't get thrown across the room.
I just feel like, I don't know, like we were having a conversation earlier, and like I said, I'm just a different type of friend. So I understand where Suki was coming from. Like, if somebody fucking with you, or you into it with somebody, please believe the way that I move, the love and passion that I have about my friendships, I'm gonna be madder than you. I'm gonna be more pissed off than you. I'm gonna be ready to thump more than you. So the fact that it's just
Right.
we're
Like
not on the same level with
nobody
that.
gets to mistreat you.
Yeah.
Right. We're on the same page
Mm.
there, but at the same time, like Suki was holding her own, having her own argument. You get what I'm
But it
saying?
was two of
Like
them. So where
Suki
was
was
you
having her
at?
own argument.
But it's two of them. So
Suki was holding her own and having her own
I don't
argument.
agree with that. If it's two bitches, where's
I
my?
get the thought process behind that, but at the same time, like it ain't like I just sat back and watched you get dogged. I didn't sit back and watch you get whopped. Like you was cool. You was going back and forth with the girls.
I disagree.
What if she wanted to be a pit bull? What if she didn't want to jump in like a chihuahua, barking back?
I disagree. I just feel like we need to be. You need to be on what I'm
And
on.
that's never mind you, remind you, nevermore. They was fighting about the girl that she wasn't really feeling. Sapphire wasn't really feeling. Suki was
But that's
defending.
that's that's besides the point. That's beside the point. We can discuss that. That's like, you know what I'm saying? You stand 10 toes with me in public. We can have that conversation after.
But it ain't like she was going off on her, telling her she was wrong in any kind of way. I get what you're saying and where you're going with that, but it ain't like she was going off or telling her she was wrong in any kind of way. She just didn't bark like a chihuahua behind her. Which I get not wanting to be out in the water by yourself, but you had it, Suki.
I think that just, it looks and it feels a certain type of way for you to feel like your friend is not the friend that you will be to them. Like, I try to treat people how I want to be treated, especially in my friendship. So, bitch, like if I'm standing 10 toes with you side by side,
But
bitch,
why is that
I
not?
want you to
Why is
be.
it? Why is she
I
not
want you
10 toes at that time?
because she had that same energy that Suki had. Like I need
Just
you
be
to
fight every time I fight. Be ready to
not every
fight.
time you fight, but bitch,
Every time
like
I'm going back and forth with somebody, be
now if
ready to go back and forth.
now if it's an excessive thing, like bitch, you just out here starting shit. Like what the fuck is you
I
doing?
don't
But like
think.
I
Yes, I
said,
don't think it was that either. But at the same time, again, like, okay, you got it. I don't know. I get
not
it.
two
I get it.
females, and it's two of us. So whether you agree with it or
Cause
not,
that
that's
that
like I don't know. To
Scarface is a
me,
cold. You got to watch her.
eh,
Show you the cold grilled cheese sandwich. I promise you.
you gonna see the season unfold.
I'm wrong.
And
Or
no,
she
you're
turned
not
more
wrong.
prissy.
No, she
What she
definitely
turned
don't
into?
turn more
Oh.
prissy. My girl is a crash out in the flesh. Um, but yeah, the way I move, I don't know, and that maybe that's why I be by myself because bitch, we not on the same energy, then we can't be friends. If you don't treat me how I treat you,
Yeah.
you don't give me the same feelings I give you.
But I don't. I also
I
don't
hype
want you.
you
But
up.
see, I'm. I also don't want you. Every time I start going off, I don't want you joining in with me. Like,
It
if
ain't
I'm
even
making a
that.
butt of myself, can you please pull me, reel me in? Can you please pull me
I
together?
mean, but you also got to look at the atmosphere. Like they on baddies, so bitch, I
I get
jump, you
it. I
jump. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But in the
Again,
real
I see both
world,
sides, but that's what I'm saying. Like, no, if I'm doing a whole lot, and I'm not saying that Suki was doing a whole lot, but I do understand. Like, sometimes it'd be like, no, you setting yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you.
I just feel like you had that conversation afterwards. That's like okay. That's like if
I,
me
I feel
if
like you don't let nobody drag me by my ankles. Don't let nobody drag me by my ankles. But if that's just like that's the old school. If I'm getting jumped and I'm winning, shit, I'm winning.
if I'm getting jumped,
Versus if I'm getting jumped
why am I
in,
getting jumped and you're here and you're my friend?
I don't think it was a Krishan and
So were you?
Tasiki
So did you
situation.
grow up in a family where there was like one fight, all fight?
Yeah,
But you don't believe that today.
I do, but I also don't believe that just because you're fighting means I have to fight. Because why are you fighting?
I feel like you asked those questions
No, again, you don't get to get
after the
dragged by your
fact.
ankles. But if I look over and my cousin is fighting and he's getting the best of my cousin or my cousin is getting the best of him, I'm gonna let my cousin get the best of him. But if he's getting whooped and somebody whooping his feet, then I'm jumping in and I'm cracking skull. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. So
But if he getting jumped and he getting with him and he not getting his ass whooped, you cool. You just watching, you a spectator, like okay, shit, get him, left hook, right
if he's
hook.
winning, yeah.
I I I just my body wouldn't stay
Well, it
there.
depends on what kind of jump too. When we say we keep saying jump, it depends on what we mean by jump.
I physically would not be able to stay still. If my husband is fighting and
No, no, agreed,
it's some niggas
agreed.
and not a
But
female in sight, please believe I can't physically stay still. I'm just that type of person.
yeah, like no, I'm gonna be on whoever's side. Like it's not about that, but at the same time, like there's a difference between like nah, I'm with you and I grew up like I have some drunk and disorderly cousins. So it's like there's a difference between
Mm.
somebody is pressing you versus you pressing or you just being a
Right.
butthole.
That's what, if you just starting shit or you just being irrational about the decisions that you making and you putting us in a situation and yourself in a situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get that. However, in the midst of it,
If
even
my
me
people are
being who I
fighting, I'm
am,
ready
like
to
my
fight.
loyalty is
If
not even gonna be like, you're acting crazy. I'm gonna tell you, you got us fucked up. Like you got us out here fighting. Don't let that shit happen again. You learn how to control your motherfucking liquor. Calm the fuck
but
down.
we're
But
not
I'm
talking
gonna
about a
check you
situation where
after.
it was just an ongoing fight. We're talking about a situation where Suki wanted her to basically do what's her name? Scary one. What's her name?
Rolly,
No.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted Sapphire to act like Scarface and roll up and sneak somebody. That's what she wanted
Mm-hmm.
Sapphire to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which no, y'all were going back and forth. Like you want, like what it is she was closer to them. Sapphire was closer to Rolly and all. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you can get to them before I can get them.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Krishan had
Mm-hmm.
her little minions. Like she
Run up
wanted
on her
that.
sister.
She
Mm-hmm.
wanted that. Like no, that's crazy. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
I gotta rewatch it. Like I didn't interpret it that way. I didn't take it that way. I just
I
felt like she
definitely
wanted
did.
her friend
Like
too.
I do understand that. Like I don't think she thought about it that hard or that deep as I'm explaining it. I do think it was just the fact, like I wanted my, like while I was going off, it would have been nice for my friend to be standing right there next to me going off too, like having my back. Like, but again, you was going off, like go off. Maybe she would have had your back if it got to a point where she needed to. It's just the fact that, like I
She
said,
felt like she didn't need to.
yeah, you have you
Mm.
was. I think it was the thing where, like, bitch, if I thought you was in trouble, I'd have had them bitches by the nostrils, but
Mm.
I didn't
Mm.
feel like that. No, that
Mm.
doesn't happen. That's not a thing.
Grabbing bitches by their nostrils.
I'm saying, like, feeling like you had it, like there was no need for me to jump in. That's not a thing.
I haven't been in a situation like that in so long, and I'm always gonna hold my own, and I'm never gonna feel like somebody has to jump in for me. But if there's a two against one situation and somebody that I'll call my compadre is in the proximity, I'm gonna question my friendship.
Now, and also too, you have to think about, we're talking about watching a whole situation play out versus just rolling up and my best friend is fighting. Like that's,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like you're
mm,
watching a whole, and not to say like, oh, they're friends. I know that's not the case, but it's like it's like watching an argument play out between a group of friends or between two friends. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like
mm,
that don't like each other. Like that's really what it comes down to. Like, oh, or like for me, like even though it's not quite the same, but it would be like me watching two of my cousins go back and forth. Like, oh, I
mm,
didn't feel like I needed to jump in. Like,
mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
mm.
I don't know.
Maybe I have a biased
Maybe.
outlook on it because my level, I've been betrayed so many times.
So
But I'm
many
okay. I'm not a
times.
victim. I've even been in a situation to where I had to fight a cousin, a little cousin, and I beat her up. You know, I fucked my nails up. Um, and I actually like stopped hitting her, and it wasn't like a planned thing. Like I'm never just out here just fighting, but at the
Mhm.
time, I'm never just out here fighting.
Mhm.
Never. I'm really scary. So it was really like I feel like part of that was on me because at the time when I fought her is when I had my beauty bar and things wasn't going like I wanted them to go, and I was really just carrying around this level of like frustration and animosity, and I just that's why I'm more intentional about the energy that I put out because I was really on some like anybody could get it. Like
You
somebody look
are
at me
some
wrong, like
monster.
I'm about to whoop their motherfucking ass because I'm just mad at the world. So a situation presented itself, and my cousin was like disrespecting my mother, and I swear to God, like I blacked the fuck out, and I just like flew down a flight of stairs, and like I just started like beating her up, and she hit the ground, and that's when like I kind of came to my senses, and I saw like my nails was bloody and shit, but fast forward, like she stole my phone, like the shit just wasn't worth it, like at all. But I just feel like it's opposite behavior when um this is not even a cousin like we even deal with. Like she just popped up out of nowhere from Sacramento, and now like
She
fast
hangs
forward,
out with
like
the
my
girl from Target.
sisters and shit is like hanging with her. Like I see her in pictures at gatherings and shit. Like to me, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I have a biased opinion because it's like
Like that
be like
wouldn't.
y'all be oppy. Like I feel like people do shit to try to be funny. Like,
Cause it's a cousin.
why
Like,
she at the birthday party? And
cause it's
I'm
a
not there because I
cousin.
don't fuck with y'all. But why she there? Like, since when? And then y'all like, like, I be outside.
I don't see it.
You don't see that? Like a cousin y'all don't fuck with.
Like, I
A relative
understand
y'all
that,
don't
but
fuck with.
at the end of the day, like, I really grew up with grandparents on both sides that were like a relative, like cousin is a cousin. Like, I stay being introduced to new cousins. Like, they're a cousin is a cousin is a cousin is a cousin. Like, family is family. Like, that's just how I grew up on both sides, so to say. So to be like, oh well, we don't fuck with that cousin is like, yeah, right.
My listen, my my one side of my family is really like that. Like they really don't fuck with each other. And so, especially my
And
siblings,
that
my
same.
sisters don't fuck with nobody. They only fuck with each other. So the fact that y'all picked this motherfucker out the bunch and decided to transport her to a fucking gathering is crazy to me. Like, y'all don't fuck with her. Y'all only fucking with her to try to fuck with me. Cause she don't fuck with me and y'all don't fuck with me. So now y'all clicking it.
You ever think that like
Huh?
it just ain't about you?
No. 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 And on a serious note, like, yeah, I try to think rationally, like, oh, maybe it's not, but it do.
Stop living in hurt.
I don't live in hurt.
You do. That's
I
living
swear
in
to God,
hurt.
like this is just my reality.
That's
I'm
living
not
in hurt,
hurt.
thinking somebody is out to hurt you.
How am I supposed to feel?
Like they have a connection for whatever reason that has nothing to do with you.
Listen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't. I will not believe that.
You refuse
I
to.
refuse. And it's okay. I don't exist in hurt. I just see shit for what it is. And I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about the situation. But I'm okay. Like it doesn't impact my day to day. There's plenty of oppie shit going on. I see it. Call it what it is. Keep that shit pushing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I gotcha.
You're just so zen.
I just don't. If you in your very large life, and this goes for any and every person on this planet, if you in your very large life and everything that you do or do not have going on actually go so far as to think about me that much in that depth and put that amount of energy into spoiling my day, then listen,
Or think you can spoil my day.
I don't think anybody puts that much thought into it. Maybe they do.
I really
But are you mad at them or do you feel bad for them?
I feel bad for them.
And because it doesn't
Quite
sound like
frankly.
either one are people that you want to hang out
Mm-mm.
with. So
Mm-mm.
why is the thought process that, oh, you're only hanging out with her because you don't like me and neither does she? Versus,
Because
you
it
know
doesn't
what?
make
It
any
really doesn't
sense.
matter why they hang out. I don't want to hang out with either one of these.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. But
And come to find out, they hang out together. Well, that makes sense.
it would be like I said, maybe
Why choose anger? Why choose
I'm not
offense?
angry. I'm
Why
not
choose
angry.
offense?
I'm not offended.
What is it? What are you explaining? What are you living in as you explain it?
I
And you're
see
pointing your
things for
finger.
what
When you're
they
pointing
are. I
that
would be
finger.
naive in my 36 years of sitting here like, oh, it was just a coincidence and it just happened based on my experiences with certain
So
people
what
in
does
my
it make you
life.
feel?
Like
Because
I
you've
know
thought
that
about it.
people
So it makes you feel
intentionally do
something.
things to try to, and maybe I do things too high of myself.
But
However,
what I'm asking is, what does it make you feel, this whole situation? Because it makes you feel something because you've clearly thought about it, given it
no,
a
it was an
decent amount.
example.
I know, but I'm saying, like, what exactly does it make you feel? If not angry, if
I don't
it
feel
not upset.
anything. I don't feel. I think it's funny because I don't fuck with none of y'all, and like I'm blessed.
Yeah.
you know? But I see things for what they are. I can't sit here and pretend like I don't see shit. Like, yeah, I peeped it, but I kept it fucking pushing. Like, that shit don't mean nothing to me.
I
And I'm
don't feel like
still good.
anybody has that much time to think about me. I don't. And if you do, then it's sad. Like, cause
Maybe
I
I've
am such a non motherfucking factor. I am such a non factor. Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I don't think I'm a non factor.
I am to in your life and everybody else's life. Like in the world's life. Like, I'm the main character in my
Mm-hmm.
world and what I live in my
Mm-hmm.
bubble, in my
Okay. Okay,
zone.
let's
But
clear, yeah.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I'm I don't mean anything in your life. So for you to put that much thought into it when you actually do have stuff that actually does mean stuff to you, like I
You'll
don't.
be surprised. Like, I love how oblivious and maybe people like you. Maybe I'm not likable. So, so maybe people try to, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good. We're wonderful. Can you
We
hear me
see each
now?
other.
What else? You don't watch Love is Blind, so we can't really talk about that.
No.
They made it up. I have a question for you. What is this is just for the congregation to get to know us a little bit
hmm
more. What is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
The most spontaneous thing.
Spontaneous. Like something that when you think about it, it's like, I really did that. Huh.
Um, I don't know if it counts as spontaneous if you do it more than once, but like I've taken quite a few last minute trips.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Like the $20 in your pocket trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Loved every moment of it.
Did you
Felt like I backpacked through Europe.
go see a boo thing?
It was usually more of like meeting up with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not to say there wasn't the occasional, you know.
Oh.
But, you know, that's it, Let me think what else. I don't know. What have you done that was so spontaneous? Miss on the spot.
um I can say that. Like taking some trips. Like, oh, let's just fly, let's just go. So
Like, okay,
that
let me run home and pack a bag.
yeah, done
Yeah.
that. That's always fun and hectic at the same time. Um the way my anxiety be set up with traveling, but it's even intensified now because I
So
have a baby.
anxious.
But
So
that's a whole
anxious.
nother conversation. I thought about it, and like the most spontaneous thing I've done, y'all, is my husband and I had sex at the Green Door. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Green Door is like a building where you pay to get into, and there's
It's a
different.
bathhouse.
I never been to a bathhouse.
What is it called? Isn't that like the appropriate?
I don't know. Do you take a bath?
No, it's just like what you refer to it
Like
as.
a building where you go in and like you just have sex,
Like
and like
it's
there's
an
people having like
it's
orgies and shit.
yeah, like it's like an option.
Yeah. Have you been?
No, I know what it is though.
Okay.
Explain like the whole situation. So somebody tried. I think I told you this before. Somebody tried to take me once. A friend, like a for real friend, not like
Uh-huh.
anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just not in God's favor. It just didn't work
I
out.
don't think none of that shit is in God's favor.
It wasn't meant for me to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, explain like the
The
setup, like
setup,
starting from the point where you walk in
you walk in and you feel like you've entered the gates of hell.
the dungeon.
It's dark. It's smoky.
Like what kind
Um,
of smoke? Is it cigarette and stogie smoke or like
Not
the
even
smoke
cigarette
machines?
smoke. It just felt like smoky and stuffy. Um,
Like condensation smoky.
no. God no. Like a smoke machine.
Like the machines. Okay.
Maybe it's like my imagination. It was so long ago though, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And so we walked in
Last
and
month.
hmm,
Last month.
no, it was like 15 years ago.
Okay, I'm listening.
And they were saying like, "Oh, it's like one of our busiest nights." It was like the porn convention was here.
It's Halloween.
Everybody was dressed up, pumpkin heads, fucking. So yeah, we walked in and we went with like a gay couple, like a lesbian couple that was my husband's friends at the time. And we were just like walking around, like, mind you, I'm like 18 years old. And we're like walking around like this is crazy. And it was like an orgy going
So when
on.
you walked in, what? Like you walk in the door, they check your ID, and then you're inside,
And
and
then they
what?
tell you like no cameras, like no phones.
They don't make you take your clothes off.
No, 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 you don't have to take your clothes off.
Oh.
And yeah, it's like so many like different rooms. They have like a wing where it's only for couples. They have, I want to say, hot tubs
Uh
and
huh.
like
And so
huge
you guys, what?
beds.
What?
So I mean, we didn't have sex with anybody else. Like that's
But
not
what?
really our
Like, where'd you
thing.
guys end up at? How'd you
We
get
ended
there?
up on like, I want to say like the edge of the couch,
Like in a room?
like in this big room. And the crazy thing about it is like people, of course, like old hairy men walking around naked, like
Mr. Wilson.
trying to like they want to watch you have sex. So we're here and we're like, okay, well we cannot not have
And you
sex.
guys are young and tight bodied.
Yeah, like we cannot not have sex while we're here. Like we have to like while we're here, like
Embrace
we
the moment.
yeah, we have to have sex. So like there was a light, so we like turned the light
Who
off.
asked the question, like, who made sure, like, you guys are gonna do it? Which one? You or him? Like, made sure, like, we're gonna do it, right?
I think it was probably him. Like, yeah. I mean, we were in agreement. It's like, yeah,
Like,
we're
yeah,
gonna
but I'm
do
saying
it.
which one turned to the other, like, to make sure you were on the same page
Probably him.
and you were
Like,
along for the ride.
like
Okay.
yeah. I was like young, dumb, and in love. And yeah. And it was just it wasn't maybe I'm not like a hypersexual
Like,
person. It wasn't
was it
like
like good sex or was it just like, oh, that was sex?
it was like, oh, that was sex just to say that
We
we
did
had
it.
sex in
That's
the
how I
green
feel
door.
about in the airplane. Like,
I don't understand how that's a
it's just yeah,
thing.
it's just to say that you did it.
How? Like I'm so claustrophobic in this
Like, it's
little
literally
bitty
just
ass
to say like,
bathroom. It's germy. I feel like there's piss everywhere. Like, why is that even a
and there's still poop
thing?
in the toilet.
Like that, how is that a thing? And then there's somebody waiting to to get in the
Even
bathroom.
if there's not somebody waiting, if the attendant is right.
Right there. People do have that's happened before. Like that's a real thing. Like on a public airplane.
Well, yes, it is, but I think it's supposed to be more of like a private jet or like a private experience kind of thing. Do you think they're really flying on a private jet on Maddie's? Or you think they're going to the place where you can pose on a jet for a little while?
Baddies. Post from me.
Hmm.
No tummy.
Yeah.
He does it everywhere.
On the staircase.
And then he shakes his little shake. um, they probably got a real jet. I mean, you can rent a jet. You can buy miles. They not broke. Zeus has got that bag.
You think they have that bag though?
I don't. I think if we looked into it, I think that if we all pieced up together, we could probably get a jet.
Like get a jet?
Rent a jet.
Rent a jet
Rent
for
a
one.
jet.
But to go from city to city though, like again, I know it's possible to rent and be able to afford, but you think Zeus has that kind of money?
You don't think so?
I kind of, if they do and they're spending it that way, I think that's wild. I think that's utterly wild. I think that's wild.
Yeah,
I think it's wild.
it's wild. It's a wild life.
Wow.
Hold on to your wigs.
Like I don't know. Like I feel like they're just going to the place where you can
The prop, the training jet.
pose and
Mm-hmm.
take pictures and
Yeah, I have a homegirl that's a flight attendant. She said that's a real thing. Like,
yeah.
so
It's a real
so
thing.
your favorite content creators and internet sensations We don't got it.
Because if they're renting a private jet, well, I guess that they figured like the camera crew. Because I'm like, you're renting a four-seater, whatever. But yeah,
You ever been on a private jet, baby? Even if I had it, like I would have to
why
have
is
have it, have it. Like I would have to have it 100 times over in order for me to spend my money that way.
not necessarily only
I would have
only
to
aside
have it,
only
have
aside
it.
from being a celebrity. If I just had money, yeah,
No, I am
being a
frugal,
celebrity, like no,
Fanita.
it's gonna like that sounds good until it's no longer convenient to walk through the airport and wait in line at Delta, like until that's not convenient anymore to just be sitting there waiting for your flight to board.
Who is that
Like,
not convenient for? Like I just seen Tank in the airport. I
eh,
just seen fucking Trick
niche,
Daddy.
niche,
I just seen fucking Skinbone. Like niggas is
niche.
like
But
like
not,
Beyonce. Like okay,
yeah,
we get it. Like,
yeah,
Beyonce,
like
Rihanna, like
yeah.
mega stars. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta have it. How they got it, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Them other people like they got it. They could, but shit, I'ma feel it a little bit. I'm gonna have to go make that back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Speaking,
I'm cool. Like I wouldn't even want to
it just depends on the
reach
level of
that
celebrity,
level. Can you
like
imagine that level of
where you can't just go to Target.
yeah, like that would drive me
Like,
crazy.
I'm very curious about like Beyonce, like Rihanna, not yet. I don't think she's there in motherhood yet, but like celebrities like that doing like when it's time, like even like Kim Kardashian, like doing like school drop offs and pickups and parent teacher conferences
She
and
got a lot
stuff
of
like
fucking
that.
kids.
I am not mad at that girl.
I'm not
I
mad.
don't
That's a
care
lot
how
of
y'all
kids
try. I
though.
don't care
That's a
how
lot of
y'all try and
kids.
make me hate her.
I don't hate
Society
Kim Kardashian.
wants me to hate her.
I don't hate Kim.
I
She's a Libra.
I think I
That's a lot of
commend
kids
her
though.
for
That's a lot
people
of
have
kids.
more. People have
They
more
do, but that's a lot of
with
kids. But she got
less.
help. She got it. So hey,
It's
shout out
not
to
even
her.
the help you can afford to do. Like you don't have to go sit at work and sit through traffic to get for an hour to get to work and then get tired from work and then come home and sit in another hour of traffic and go to the groceries. Like you don't have to do that. You're rich. You can just be at home and be present. You know what I mean? Like it's a different kind of.
And that's with 4 children.
Yes, and I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm not taking away from what it takes. I'm
Mm,
just mean like
she don't have to do the things that we got would
yeah,
have to
it's not
do.
like she's balancing and
Mm,
juggling like how am I going to pay the light bill on top of
mm.
everything else on top of these four kids like no, the financial burden is not
It's
there.
gone, yeah.
So you
But
just
that's still a lot of
have
kids,
yeah.
and nothing wrong with it.
But they're at her kids are at the age where they like I feel like they take care of them, especially being that there's multiple. Like I feel like they entertain themselves. Like you do breakfast, you do dinner, you check on them in between and make sure everybody's toes and fingers are accounted for. And you keep it going, like at that age, especially when there's multiple because they hang out together. When you have one, who knows what they're getting into? But when there's four, they're all playing. They're
Was that shade?
what?
We have one.
No,
That's a fear.
no. I understand. Like
Mm.
somebody having one child, it's like
I feel
it's
like
too.
having multiples would have that fear as well. Cause
I just
like
grew up with a lot of kids around, to where it was like, yeah. Once we were okay in the morning, they made sure we ate. Like say it was summertime, it was like yeah, there was breakfast, whatever that was. If it was cereal, if it was bacon, and then we got sent on our way. Like, okay, the group of you,
did you ever
one of
feel
you will run back in here if
did you
something
ever feel like
happens.
you didn't get some attention that you wanted or craved at any point?
Attention,
Yeah, attention.
not necessarily the
Mm,
attention. It was the
mm,
type of attention. Though. Like, yeah,
mm.
like I don't feel like I had there was a lack of attention. I feel like I would have preferred a more docile attention. You know,
What's docile?
just a softer,
Mm-hmm.
not so much army commands. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm.
what about you?
I mean, I was the youngest, so
Yeah,
I
same. Like
I
it was just
feel
kind of
like when you say there was multiples, there was three of us in the household, and I felt like I was forgot about. It was that type of thing. Like, oh, y'all take care of y'all little sister. Like, but make sure you eat and make sure y'all get off to school. You know, make sure you do your homework. And it was kind of like, well, shit,
See, and
we
maybe
kind of just
because
here.
I felt like I wanted to kind of disappear into the background a little bit. Like I'd rather fly under the radar than
Mm,
like everybody. I feel like as good or bad as life may have been, like I feel like the generation of people that raised me was raised by a very angry generation.
yeah.
So that's just kind of like what they went with and continue with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like I felt
Mm-hmm.
like
Same.
good, bad,
Mm,
or indifferent. It was just
mm.
better. I'd rather fly under the radar. Like, let me
Mm-hmm.
just stay out of the angry people's way. They're all angry. They all have bills,
Trying to make it,
gas.
trying to survive.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
remember hearing somebody talk about a gas bill. Like, you have to pay a bill for putting gas in your car.
Mm.
But yeah, just that to say, like, yeah,
I feel like I grew up with thank God for my dad because he was the docile energy that I felt like I needed. Like I wasn't that kid that needed to get a whooping. Like you could just tell me right from wrong and like I got it. I don't need you to yell, cause a
same. But I
scene, or
had the
pull out your
super
belt.
intense
Like
dad.
put it down.
I had the super intense dad, like super intense. Like,
Mm.
did you just quit smoking? Like, are you quitting
Are you okay?
cigarettes cold turkey? What is happening? Like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
so angry about? Why are you so turned up?
Mm-hmm.
He had. Did I tell you this? Was I telling you this about my dad's road rage? Oh my
No.
goodness, he has the worst road rage I've ever seen.
To this day.
To this second, yes. Like I told him recently, like I'm not gonna ride in the car with you if you're gonna do that.
What does he do? What does he
He
do?
like threatens people and yells at them and does
What did
like
they do to him? Like cut him off?
they just don't do what he wants them to do. He's like gonna be that. He's
Give
not.
us an example.
There is no example. Like he's just a bully on the road. So if like we're on the street and the speed limit is 45 and somebody's doing 47, but my dad wants to do 52, he's gonna like speed around them and like slow down and like point at them and tell them they're stupid, like roll the window, like telling them to roll the, like he's just,
Extra.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
And you're like, oh my God.
well, I kind of have it too, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I was with a friend, a coworker the other day, and we were on our lunch break and we were going in and like somebody was driving really stupid. Like one car was trying, there was two cars pulling out of their parking spaces, but the car that was ahead of us was trying to wait for the first car way ahead of, like not way ahead but like further ahead,
Mm.
but they were in their way because they thought we were going to try and go around and get in their spot,
Mm-hmm.
and it just really upset me really bad.
Yeah.
So I have to like be very cautious of it. But yeah, my dad has the worst road rage, so that to say, like I just kind of stayed out of his way. I
Mm.
just I don't want to be noticed.
That's interesting.
You know,
I don't think I have road rage. And I definitely don't
what's
have
your
it
thing?
now.
What's
Like
the ism? What flips that switch? Like
people.
people can just cut you off on the road.
Yeah.
What if you're trying to get around
I
somebody and
mean
they won't speed up or slow down?
like yeah. Like some people just especially in Vegas, like a lot of people be drunk and high. So yeah, like that's irritating, but I'm not like trying to brake check them and like do all the extras. Like, no. Like, do you? Like, actually I'm gonna let you go.
He's a brake checker. Definitely a brake checker.
You gotta film him
Like you're a
doing this.
bully. Like why are you bullying these people?
Do you watch Road Wars?
No.
you
Is that when they
probably need
tow
to
the
put it
cars?
up for him. Like, what is it called? I think it's Road
When
Wars.
they tow the cars?
No, but like road rage, like stuff like that.
No, it's funny or it's scary.
It's
It's gonna make me
funny.
scared.
No, it's funny. Or like Neighbor Wars.
No.
Yeah, it comes on A&E. It's pretty funny. You should put it on for your
A&E.
dad. Yeah, you don't watch A&E? Intervention?
I don't mind it. I love intervention.
Yeah. Drugs scare me. So, well,
Well,
is there a moral of this story, Prince?
be good to yourselves. I don't know. What's the moral?
Moral of the story is if you call somebody your friend, be a friend.
Don't beat them up.
Be a friend. Be exactly that. Don't be a motherfucking op
Hmm.
and cut. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Be a real friend, y'all. And don't use that word loosely. Stop betraying y'all loved ones, you know, and then playing victim.
We've all played the
Lead with
victim.
love. We've all played victim.
Everybody plays the fool. Yeah.
All right. A congregation would thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of Can You Hear Me Now? Let's keep the conversation going. Once again, I'm your favorite co host, DJ Auntie Mimi.
And it's me, amorously.
And remember to always be good to yourself
Yeah.
and others.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.